Attorney Zach Bailey here to talk a little bit about impersonating a public servant and how that can be charged in the state of Indiana. So there are two ways that someone can impersonate a public servant. One is a Class A misdemeanor, and the other, which is a little bit more common, is a Level 6 felony. So let's start with the misdemeanor. A person who, with the intent to deceive or induce compliance with the person's instructions, orders, or requests, falsely represents that the person is a public servant, commits impersonation of a public servant, which is a Class A misdemeanor. So what's that mean? It means someone who's acting as if they have the authority to do something is telling you to do something that they want you to do. So, say for example, I say I'm with animal control and I want you to get your dog off of somebody else's property or something. Maybe a friend calls me that a dog is loose and they want me to come in and pretend to be an authority figure. That would be a Class A misdemeanor because I'm coming in pretending to be a public servant and telling you that you need to do something where I don't really have the authority to do that, but I'm acting as though I do to try to get some behavior from you. Now the Level 6 felony option that I mentioned before. It becomes a Level 6 felony if the person falsely represents that the person is a law enforcement officer or an agent or employee of the Department of Revenue trying to collect any property from another person. So we don't see the Department of Revenue option in there all that often. But the law enforcement option, that's the one that we probably see the most often with impersonating a public servant here in Indiana. Someone pretends that they're a police officer, and it's not hard to get, some sort of apparel or a light on your car or something like that to act like you're a police officer to try to get someone to do something. That is a Level 6 felony, and it's very, very serious. Because a Level 6 felony can stick with you and can carry a maximum penalty of up to 2.5 years. So, like I said, that's probably the most common thing that we see, and it's the most serious form of that statute. So that's exactly how someone can get charged with impersonating a public servant. Maybe something as simple as a fake badge. That alone can do it if you're acting like you're a law enforcement officer trying to get someone to do something. So if you've been charged with impersonating a public servant, give our office a call. We can talk about the misdemeanor option, the felony option, how we can get these charges taken care of for you. Give us a call at the Marc Lopez Law Firm, 317-632-3642, and remember, always plead the fifth.